Howdy folks, welcome to episode 75. Let me put on my lamp here. Is my keyboard on? Why is my lamp not working? Weird. Okay. That's really odd. There it is. It's finally working. Oh, maybe it was inside something. Maybe it was inside a thing. I think we're getting, yeah, we're getting low on fuel. So we're gonna add some fuel here while it's dark. Pick up and throw. Alright, so I did the math. I didn't want to do it all in episodes, because it would be like an entire episode of... cat scratching in the background. It would be like an entire episode of just me sitting there thinking and doing math and stuff. So I got it all figured out, well, all the cars that we need. So we didn't need 8 of these, we only needed 6. And then we needed 5 of those instead of 4. So, and then I actually went and bought and kind of railed up, like, see, we needed 3 ventilated boxcars, so I bought the extra one and got it railed up. And so basically the cars are set up so that we can just rail them for the most part. I do need to do a little shunting over here to get these out of the way and stuff, but I think we should be good as far as all that stuff goes. So we're going to get all these loaded up here, as long as we are here. And then we're going to go around and we'll pick up the water tank cars and the other box cars, and these, and the stock cars. So we have the Burnham box cars, the ventilated, and the stock cars. We need 9 of the stock cars. The biggest thing, we need 9 stock cars, and we need 16 water cars. And we only need 1 hopper because there's a whole bunch of coal over at the thing that needs 50 coal. We need 50 coal, and we already have 44 sitting there. So let's see if we can load these up. And I forget how many seed pallets these can carry, but it's 14. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I did all the stuff. There's only 3 industries, so this will probably be fairly quick, especially since we're just gonna pile everything on one giant train and just drive it around the map. The whole giant train. What is it gonna be? 11, 20, 36, 37, and 3. We're gonna have 40 cars on it, so that should be fun. And I think we're gonna arrange these. These will be on the back. We'll put the one, you know what, we don't want to put the 1 hopper car on the back. Because if we put the 1 hopper car on the back, then that's going to be a problem with that when we try to stop it. But we'll put it toward the end. We'll put it after all the box cars. We should probably do... Let's see. I should probably, since I'm going to be loading, these are going to load slowly, I should probably do the thing where you go like this, and basically when it's done with this one, you hit it again, right? Like that, so we can load twice as fast. But yeah, so the hoppers, I gotta move a couple things. I gotta move those back that way, and then move the other cars, and then get the other ones out of the way. So yeah, there's just a couple things to do. There we go. And then we're gonna do this. There we go. There we are. All right. Much better. Okay, and that's only 6 of those. Okay. That's going to take a couple more minutes, but let me think. We're going to go back past the switch. We're going to drop off these cars off on the side. And then we're going to put one of those in front of it, but we need to get the engine in front of that, so we can't really do that. So we're going to have to stick those over maybe here. Something like that. That's the last one? Okay. Great, I fed the cats, so now they're all stinking up the room. Smart move on my part. I'll get revenge. I had burritos today. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, some of them, they don't like to bury it. I don't want to touch any litter to bury it. All right. Thanks, cats. And then they're going to come up and jump on me too, right? Okay. And then break. And then see if I can get it moving. Nope, it won't move. Okay. I was hoping to be able to get it to move before the train went, before that car got out of loading range. Yeah, we only got a couple left anyway. Okay. All right, you're still scratching. You're scratching at nothing. Can you hear this? Can you hear the scratching? No, that's not a steam engine in the background. Well, it's kind of steamy. Anyway. That's 9. Yeah, okay. This is going to be 12. Break. Let's see if we can get it to do it. Nope, it won't do it. Okay. I think it's because it's full. All right. So I was coming up with some cool ideas, and I think I got some cool ideas for a freight. I don't know, what do they call that? A delivery game? Freight game? I don't know. Walking simulator, right? Some of them you just walk from place to place, and I think you're like some of them where you're doing that and you're bringing things to make money or whatever. But it's not quite a walking simulator. All right. There. Okay, so we're gonna go 14. All right, we're gonna go, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these cars back here. And then we're going to bring that up there somewhere, somehow. Magically is the key. Yeah, we'll dump these off to the side, and then we'll back up to here, and we'll get these on the front of the engine, and we'll put them over here. And then we can come up and pull these out with the front. Oh, you know what? We can push those up onto there. That's what we can do with those. But we do need one of them. Okay. So I think I got this figured out. So we need to go up here. There we go. So we need to get this past the fall so that we can go past that. We are just coasting, okay. Yep, we got to get this past here. Let's give it a little bit more. Okay. And then we should be able to let it stretch out first. There we go. Okay. What is it doing? Oh, it's just doing that. Okay, it's just unstretching. All right, so we're gonna do this and put the brakes on this one. Yeah, see, it might be reconnecting. It might have reconnected already. Come on, you can do it. Is it gonna... Okay. See if we can go forward. We need to leave the brake on, put it in forward, leave the brake on. Let's see if we can break it free here. Yep, okay, we got it. Cool. Oh, yeah, we do need to come back a little bit. Just past this switch. So that we can do this. And then we're going to... I probably had room to switch on the front, but I didn't look quickly enough. Okay, so we're going to back up. I think we got room there. I really hope we don't smack into those. Oh man, that is so close. So close. We're really cutting. We're really pushing our luck on that one. Okay, so that... Alright, brake. We're going to go forward. And then we're going to hook up to this. Let me see. Go like this. We need to slow down to 5. There we go. All right. And I think these are all hooked together. I'm not positive. Okay, so we're going to come back with those and then go on to the other track. Okay. Go like this. See, if I go really super fast, that's when one of these is going to catch. One of these will catch on that other car. If I go super fast, I know that'll happen. I swear it feels like I've got a brake on or something like that. As slow as it's going. Oh, I'm sure the things do. I'm sure the whatchamacallits do. Okay, so we need to just get these past the switch. If that hits, it hits. And then we're going to put these on this siding over here. That's not really a siding, but that track. Like this. Okay, we're going to stop. Whoops. Go a little bit more. All right, so we're going to flip this switch. And then we're going to go forward. Hopefully, this won't go the wrong way. Is it going the right way? Yeah, it's following the right way. Okay, good, good. Sometimes it seems like if you don't get it all the way past the end of the switch to a significant degree, it'll screw up. So we just need to get 3 of these past here, because the one we're going to keep with us. All right. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. Let's go like this. Jump out. We're going to disconnect this. That one's at 0, so I'll bet this other one over here is at 100%. Let's see. Yep, okay, good. We got one brake at 100%. We're going to come back this way. All right, cool. We'll get this past the switch. A little more. There we go. Okay. And then, let me see. We're going to come up to here. We're going to go and push that onto these. Like that. Okay. So we'll go forward. See, this kind of shunting is a little bit more fun. When you have to like stop and get out and disconnect cars at like every 10 seconds, it starts to get kind of annoying. Especially when you get out of the engine, it's like, it seems to be really inconsistent about where you're facing when you get out. You know what I mean? It's like you're always, it's like when you use the map to the telegram, whatever, the telegraph station to go somewhere. It's like always so disorienting. You get into it and you're like, where am I? You know? It's like the most disorienting. Okay, so these cars, we're going to pull them back and put them into there. But we'll get this one hooked up to these first. And we can leave it on that track, and then we can swap these other ones over. Alright, we got room. Cool. We're good on that. Alright, so we need to slow down a little bit. There we go. Alright, and then we should be able to connect all these. There we go. Brake. Alright, so we're going to leave these cars here. And then we're going to come back. I know I didn't put any brakes on those. We're going to take our chances. I don't know. I think one of those does have brakes on it. I'm not positive. But we'll take our chances with that being flat. Or take our chances that it's not flat. You know what I mean. Word things. Words and stuff. Okay. So we just got to pull these back and put them onto the thing. I like how we're doing this. We got this giant thing on there while we're shunting. Okay. This. And let's go. There we go. And then I forget which end of this has brakes, or if they do. Maybe they don't. Let's see. We'll see if we slow down. I don't think there's brakes on there. We'll let it stop. Right? Okay. All right, and then we need to go back and make sure we have our switches set. Yep, okay. So we just need to go back enough to get this onto the thing. There. I don't think we need to go that far back. This is only like 13 cars or whatever. It's not that bad, right? It does kind of feel like something's dragging. What you don't know is I'm dragging mines. Okay. Almost there. Okay, so we go this way. And then we're going to go that way. Because that's our long, yeah, that's our second longest anyway. And we can lengthen that if we need to, but I don't think we will. Okay, so now we should be able to go forward. I don't know, we might need to lengthen that. This is pretty long. This is a pretty long car. Set of cars. Let's see, from there to there, and there to there. Alright, it's going to be close. I will give it that. It's definitely going to be close. At least somebody's got their brakes on, because this sure doesn't want to roll. Are those ones... See, they're just sliding, aren't they? I'll bet that sounds wonderful. See, those are rolling. These are just sliding, because the brakes are on. Speaking of Galaxy Quest... They're making the scrape sound, right? Okay. Alright. Let's turn the regulator off. 'Cause I think we're going to be able to make it. Yeah, oh yeah, we got room. Okay, cool. We got like about 2 car lengths past that. What is that, like 58 feet? Okay, so it's too bad you can't disconnect these from the in the train interface too. All right, it is nice to get out every once in a while, but just not like having to get out in and out of the train like every 5 seconds. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to take. We're going to come back here. We're going to take these cars and we're going to put them on this thing so that we can come back from the other end. Is what we're doing. So we're going to flip this switch. And then that one. Okay, yeah, cool. Let's go forward. And we'll get these. That is such a close call. Reminds me of on the bus when you hit the... You go past a tree with the windows and it's... Okay. Cool. Come to stop with that, and then we're going to bring these back out and put them on this sideline. And then go in front of them. And then we're going to back those into the other ones. And that should be our chunk of cars that we need for this area. Because then we got to go get the water cars. And then we have to get the stock cars. So let's go like... Whoops. There. To come back here... And we'll flip this switch once we get past it. There we go. Okay, so that switch. See, now this is open, so we can go past it. Whoops. Doesn't matter anyway, but... Alright. So we're going to put these 4 cars on this track. Actually, I don't even need to put these on here. I can just disconnect them now and drive backwards. Why do I need to put them up here past the switch? Right? Okay. Back up. There we go. Okay, so we're going to come back here. We're going to go past that part. In fact, never play that again. And... yeah, we're going to go past these, and then we're going to go past this, and then come back and get all of those. Okay. Put everything together. I suppose if you had like 5 different people moving everything with little porters, it would be really fast, wouldn't it? That would probably take as much time to coordinate. Wait, no, you go first. No, you go on that track. No, don't go there. Right? Okay. So, we're going to flip that switch. Alright, forward. This is where it's going to, like, rip them off the track, right? Now that I've done all this, then I'm going to have to re-rail them anyway. After I did all this, instead of, like, re-railing them. Because re-railing is cheating. I mean, it's just, there's a certain amount of roleplay, you know? Obviously. Depends on what you want to roleplay. And that's something that I'm going to do in the design I've got going, is that there's going to be a bunch of little things that, kind of like on here, you know, where there's shunting and there's laying track and there's driving and there's loading and unloading and all that. And it's like, some people like this part of the game and some people like another different part of the game, and you know what I mean? So, I want to make it so that you can play the parts that you like and you can have it not have to play the parts that you don't like. Okay. Alright. Options are always good. They're always good for scope creep, too. Alright. We've got... Yeah, we got a couple minutes. I know I haven't done any whistling. I really wish the whistle were easier to use. Okay. I'm going to slow down. We want to be going about 5. There we go. Alright. So then we hit this. And then we should be able to go like that. And like that. Cool. There. Almost forgot the third whistle there. I'm going backwards. Right? I'm pretty sure that's not what... I'm pretty sure that's not the intention of all the whistle codes is. I'm just messing around at the station, whistling all over the place. Okay. I'm down to 5 miles an hour again. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We just got to be kind of gentle about stopping once we hook these up. We do have to be gentle about stopping. Okay. Because these are kind of going around a corner and all that stuff. Alright, so we need to... I think we're good. Now we can just go. So we need to go up to here. And then past this. And up to there. And definitely need that one switched. Okay. Alright, let's do it. There we go. Alright, cool. Now, we're going to make a train that's 40 cars long, so I'm very curious to see how well how far back you can get and still hear the whistle. That'll be cool. Because this one, I swear, it's the other one, it cuts off, you get about 10 cars back, maybe 5 cars? I don't know, it's not very far. Alright. Let's go to the back so we can see the lights from back there. I always love that. That looks cool. Okay. I suppose we can wait until we get past the corner. Because what else do we have? We've got a nice straightaway here. Yeah, we got a decent straightaway. Okay. And we'll just get up to the other... Nope. Huh, apparently not. Okay. We're not powerful enough on the thing. I love that the shadows, I love that they GPUs have caught up enough to do the little dynamic shadows like that are really fun. The little shadows of the cactus that like go sideways as you go past them. It's cool. And that you can add like so many dynamic lights. I remember it was like you might, when they had dynamic lighting when they first were capable of that, and it's like you could add one and you couldn't have, it would have to be a very simplistic scene, and there were certain, all kinds of things, all kinds of restrictions on, you know, where it would bug out and stuff. If you, it would either bug out or it would get really slow and choppy and everything because of the dynamic lighting. And you could only do it with, like, you know, you could only light things that were like 2 inches away from you and stuff. It was terrible. It was more frustrating than like, yay, this looks cool, and it's like, it could look cool, and it's almost cool, but it's not. So I'm glad it's finally cool. Alright. So yeah, we just need to bring this past here. Let me see if we can... Are we on level ground, or do we just have do we have one with brakes on, or are we just at our limit? Like our weight limit. This train isn't that long, really. So I'll have to look and make sure that nobody has any brakes on. That's my guess as to what is going on. Why we're only hitting 22. But, oh well. Okay, cool. Almost don't have a really super sharp curve here. So these ones, I did cheat and re-rail these out of the way. Just so they wouldn't be in the way. And it's raining again. I kind of feel like I shouldn't go too fast around this corner. It's not that bad, is it? See, that's slowing down so much when I'm not at full. There's gotta be the hopper car or something. I don't know. I'll do it offline. I'll check. Here's the water. We could have had more water. Right? We could have used fewer tanker cars. Alright, so the trick here is, you know what we need to do is I do need to drop off these other cars before we do this, because I want the water cars. Let's see, should I put the water cars in the very front? No, I don't want the water cars in the very front. I want the box cars and then the water cars, I think. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, so we're going to have to at least drop off these ones back here and then do the water cars and then do that. But I'm going to look up and see if I want these first or the water cars, because if we want these... If we want these and then the water cars and then the little cars, we can put these out here and then go do all our thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for episode 75. Join me in episode 76. We'll get our big train put together, because we got that, and then we just got to go right up the road here. It's right up the road here. And we got a ton of these. So, and that's all the stock cars. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for episode 75. Join me in episode 76, and we'll see you then. Later.